In this project, I'm going to make two 3-tiered shot glass holder kind of display case for it with somewhat of a recessed hole dug out in each tier to help put the shot glass in its respective spot and not slide around too much or fall. I made this a little big because some shot glasses, I don't know why we have this, but some of them are tall and I didn't want this one to block that one. So you could make this a little lower if all your shot glasses are standard size shot glasses, but in this case, this is going to a friend of mine and I don't know what size shot glasses that they have, so I made it a little bit bigger so that any shot glass would fit. But you get the idea. It fits like this, and in this project I'll be showing you how I make these. Okay, the first part of this project is the milling part. I'm going to take a little extra time and try to mill the surfaces of these boards to get them nice and flat. So I'm going to face joint these on the joiner and flatten off the bottom first, and then I'll flip them over and run through the planer, and that'll get them nice and flat. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to take this to the face joiner. Now that I've got one side flat on all these boards, the next step is to plane down the top surface. My final result I'm looking for is a 1/2 inch thick. Okay, so let's get to the next step of surface planing the tops. Okay, so that took a little bit of time, but I think it was worth it in the end. The next step is to square up one side right here. So that's what we'll do next. The next step I want to do is I want to cut off the snipe left from the planer. And then according to the plans that I've laid out, one of these boards, I want to go ahead and cut to 49.5 inches once I cut the snipe off. The next step is I'm going to rip this board to 9 inches wide. I'm going to rip this board to 7.5 inches wide. And I'm going to rip these two boards into 4 strips 4 inches wide. Next, I can start cross-cutting these into the proper lengths. And for that, I'm going to use the table saw, and I'm going to use my table saw sled with a stop block so I can make some repetitive cuts. Now I have all my pieces ripped to their final width and their final length. I'm going to take 4 of these boards and set them aside because these boards are pretty much done. These 6 boards are what I'm going to drill holes, recessed holes in so the shot glasses can sit inside the hole without sliding around. I want to scribe a center line down the middle. And I'm going to make a mark 2 inches from the edge on both sides of all boards. Next, I'm going to set this combination square to 5 inches. All right, and last I'm going to take the combination square and I'm going to set it to 8 inches, which should be the center of the board. I'm going to go ahead and make a mark with the center punch right here, and that'll help start the bit on the Forstner bit when I take it to the drill press next. I want to drill a hole about 1/8 of an inch deep on all of these marks. I want to put a round over on the front edge to kind of give it a little bit more of a nicer look. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made some marks on the board to kind of keep me making the correct lines, because basically this is going to be a stair step down to kind of accentuate each tier level for the shot glass holder. Since I'm only working with a 6-inch T-square, I had to make marks on both sides because I can't come across 8.5 inches from this way, but I can come 3.5 from this side. So I'll kind of be going back and forth, and hopefully this will work out. If not, then I'll erase this video and you'll never know it. Okay, so where these bottom bases meet the first of the vertical support arms, I'm not going to be able to get any brads in there, so I'm going to go ahead and drill 3 pocket hole screws. These will be inside the tray, so you won't even see them in the end anyways. So while I've got a few pieces clamped up and I'm waiting for the glue to set up and dry, I'm going to go ahead and glue and drive some brad nails into some other components while I wait. Okay, so I'm ready to glue and screw this two together right here, except I wasn't paying attention, and when I glued the back to the bottom and stuck brad nails through it, I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to get my impact driver in there to drive the screws. So I went ahead and put some pocket hole screws on the back side, and that should help me screw this to that. And you still won't see the pocket screws because they will be on the bottom side. But now I got to come up with some clever way on how to clamp this to this right here so that I can drive my screws in. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, so next all I got to do is glue this in. And I'm not going to use any brad nails because, number one, I can't get a brad gun back here because I'm an idiot, put my back on first. And I don't want to drive brad nails through the top because then you'll see the holes. So I'm just going to glue and clamp this. This isn't going to have to be too structurally sound because it's only going to hold shot glasses.